Saturday AI Stories. This story is a work of AI fiction. All names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this story are fictitious and do not portray actual people or events. The Crossing. The city had a way of making its inhabitants feel both insignificant and integral at the same time, a sprawling metropolis of contradictions and complexities. It was here, in this urban labyrinth, that Malik found himself standing at the crossroads of his life. Literally and metaphorically. The pedestrian signal blinked an unyielding red, a barrier as formidable as any wall or moat, separating him from the other side of the street, from his future. Malik was a man acquainted with crossings. His life, a tapestry of intersections and junctions, had brought him from the sun-drenched fields of his childhood in the south to the concrete canyons of the city. Each crossing had demanded a toll, exacted in units of hope, resilience, and pieces of his heart. Now, on the eve of his 35th birthday, he found himself pondering yet another crossing, one that seemed insurmountable. The job offer lay folded in his jacket pocket. A slip of paper that held the weight of worlds. It was a good job, one that promised stability and a step up from the monotony of the positions he had held until now. But it was on the other side of the city, in a neighborhood that might as well have been another country for all the familiarity it held for him. As Malik waited for the signal to change, he watched the people around him, a mosaic of lives in motion. There was the young woman with headphones, lost in a melody only she could hear, and the old man with a chessboard, setting up his pieces for a game against an unseen opponent. Each of them carried their own stories, their own crossings, yet for a brief moment, their paths intersected with Malik's on this corner. The city, in its infinite wisdom, was indifferent to Malik's hesitation. It had seen millions of crossings, witnessed countless stories unfold on its streets, and it would see millions more after Malik had made his choice. Yet, in the grand tapestry of the city, Malik's thread was unique, colored with the hues of his experiences, fears, and dreams. The pedestrian signal finally blinked to green, a silent herald of permission. Malik took a deep breath, the city air filling his lungs, a mixture of exhaust, hope, and the indefinable essence that was unique to this place. With a resolve that surprised even him, he stepped off the curb and began to cross. Midway through, Malik realized that the act of crossing was a declaration of faith, a belief in the possibility of reaching the other side, of surviving the journey. Each step was an act of defiance against the inertia that sought to keep him rooted in place, a testament to his own agency. Reaching the opposite sidewalk, Malik paused and looked back at the path he had traversed. The street behind him was the same, yet irrevocably altered by his passage. He understood then that every crossing was a transformation, an opportunity to redefine oneself in the context of new landscapes. With the city sprawling before him, Malik folded the job offer into a paper airplane and let it sail into the wind, a gesture of release and acceptance. He would find his way in this city, not by the crossings he was compelled to make, but by those he chose with purpose and hope. And as the paper airplane caught an updraft and soared above the streets, Malik felt the weight of his uncertainties lift. The city, with its myriad crossings and endless stories, had imparted its lesson. That the act of moving forward, of making the crossing, was an embrace of life's infinite possibilities. The end.